Welcome back to The Grade Cricketer, brought to you by ACO, India's leading tech-first company. Did I get that right? I don't know. They've changed it on me, and it's fucking with my brain, man. What a test match we've just seen. The end of the first 10-day test match ever. Sam Perry is your name down the barrel. Pez, just top line question. Have you enjoyed this test match? Yes or no?
Oh, mate, still waiting for Australia to bat for a third time, based on a couple of comments made last night. We've still got to have a stick, don't we? We can get these.
Yeah, we can get them. We can get them, boys.
Gotta say. Maybe it's our whole nation, like we start to get a bit addled in the mind when it comes to the fourth innings. I had demons all day for a host of reasons that are very not even adjacent or peripheral to cricket, but let's relate them to cricket.
Well, the Melbourne
anyway.
Demons played tonight. They got the first W of the season.
Yeah, I thought Luke Beveridge's comments about our friend Tom Morris were deeply representative of the humorlessness of Aussie rules. And hello to all of our Asian followers.
Oh, absolute coterie. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, what a coat.
Not to be confused with a cattery down at Geelong. Now,
that's a cattery, yeah.
Hey, look, top line stuff, right? Top line stuff.
Hey.
We're going to do these three things, but
cool.
Baba's innings, I'm cooing still. Cool, and
sure.
And I think that even on a pretty, look, in the scheme of wickets that change over 5 days, this one did a bit, but compared to many others, not really. I'm not sure what word to use because it's going to upset people. Doing a bit. I still think you need to have ticker to save that game from Pakistan's position when you set 505 and you got 2 days to bat. Doesn't really matter. It was favourable batting conditions for fourth and fifth day cricket, but I think you still need a bit of ticker, and I think credit to them. And I've got to say, I had demons, and I felt like on a couple of occasions that as is often the way in Australian cricket, like we are drawn into the opposition's orbit in the last, in the fourth innings. We're like, oh, here we go. We think we're doing something, and oh shit, we're in trouble here. But now we can say, no, it was fine. It was under control. And I can revert back to what I said yesterday, which was bin stuff. Australia will get him in the third innings.
I'm going to play a character tonight, and I'm going to swing and oscillate, which is a synonym, for a great cricketer's brain, whilst also trying to redeem, sort of maintain some sort of credibility down the track, because, Pez, you are often the voice of reason. I'm going to give some more, just some more character, some more life to this one.
Don't set it up.
I just want to be, mate, I want to be visceral with it.
Yeah.
I want to be visceral with it, and you can give me the three things.
Okay, good. First thing, Pakistan holds on. I want to say that correctly. They hold on, he goes. And given I can semi-guess the role you're going to play here, how about I kick it off by saying they hold on to survive a classic test of the genre, one they'll be talking about for many, many minutes.
Mate, this game was fucking shit. It was a dreadful game of cricket, and it only exists for the fact that Pakistan forgot how to play cricket for 53 overs in the first innings. If they could fucking hold a stick for like an hour in the first dig, this game isn't even remotely close. The 443 for 7 in the fourth innings. Nothing happening, really. It goes into a broader question, what should happen? It was dull. They didn't chase the win. They're scared. Pakistan are so scared of losing. Not Australia, never scared of anything, especially immigrants. I don't know what character I'm playing now.
Hey, no, I like it. It's a grade cricketer is what you're playing. He goes, right. In the UAE a couple of years ago, 2018, or some shit, Usman Khawaja defied the odds and saved a game for Australia with 100 that we still talk about. It was
heroic.
It was heroic, and it was also on a fucking road. And I'm just thinking about things like this. The Gabba wasn't cracking up in 2020 either. 2021.
Yeah.
You know, Headingley was pretty flat too. Sure, there was some low scores earlier in that game, so there was a bit more bat and ball stuff. But like when you have these major feats of like individual performance against just like historically a very difficult situation, roads, not roads, like maybe we don't really remember that it was a road. Maybe it is just like maybe history will just say, no, that was a really excellent performance from Pakistan to survive in that game. Or, as you say, are we just investigating what fucking batch of balls we had for the first innings? Because that was a fucking good batch. It was a fucking...
I think they were using 2 pieces for the first dig. I'm pretty sure. I'll set you up here for the second thing,
okay.
that's definitely true. That like Bubba gets 196, whatever the conditions. It's a team. He's facing a team thirsty sexually for a win. They're horny for a win, a first win in decades to lead the series. It's Test match cricket, and he scores 196. That and Rizwan 100, Shafiq 96. Serious application and effort in high intensity pressure situations. Australia drop several catches. And it might have been different if they hold that, and that's probably a lesson for Australia. That you can't give 12 chances. You can't create 12 chances to win a game in the 4th innings on a wicket as flat as this. You create 9 and you squeeze one. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, second thing.
Okay, second thing is Babar. What does it mean? You were binning big boy chat yesterday. We had a question come in. I'm sorry. I haven't got the name in front of me. It was funny. I'll try and get it now. I've deleted it. Sorry. Anyway, the question was like, Babar, tallest dwarf or shortest giant? Is it like I saw another tweet. I think he's. We panned the hipsters for their Bubba love. Bubba's come to the party now because Australia's seen him now. So now I think he's entering the pantheon because we've seen him. Peter Miller tweeted that Bubba innings was so good. This is a guy who's scored a 49-ball 100 in T20 internationals, who's batted, and I think at the time he tweeted for 425 balls in the 4th innings. The guy has it all. I mean... The great cricketer Head comes out and goes, I was a bit fucking flat and I've got Bell's palsy. But then after that, I like the shapes. It's clearly a very, very good stick.
Yeah, second 100 against Australia. This would be, without knowing all of his 600s off the top of my head, his finest Test achievement, again, because it's against Australia, therefore I've seen it. There's no one's ever doubted that he is a world-class batter, whether he is in the echelon of the top 4 big boys. He's still not in the top 4 big boys for me, but I've been wrong several times on this show.
He might be upcoming big boys.
I think so. I think he's in the next batch along with Marnus. I think that Mickey Arthur was on the show whenever that was on our show, and he was saying that he's got the potential to be Pakistan's greatest ever player. I mean, that's he's got that potential. There's been a couple of good players knocking about for Pakistan, so big shout. What an innings, serious player. I guess it was his the one who was the LBW, or was that Rizwan off Swepson where he ran down the wicket and he sort of kicked it and it was like too far down the wicket? That actually might have been Rizwan, now I think about it. But I was going to say, was it Chances? Was it Chances 196? Or did he get shelled at some point? I can't really remember.
I don't know.
Anyway,
we
pretty good problem to have.
We shelled a few.
Was your 196 chanceless in the 4th innings of a Test match?
Yeah.
Sort of a couple of half chances.
Was it the right kind of 196?
Atherton 185 against South Africa. That was the previous highest 4th innings total by a captain. Equinox stuff there. So you got to factor that into.
When you add in the 3rd category or 4th category of the stat, it's just like, well, what fucking Equinox is this? Again, because of TikTok and bite-sized stuff.
That was actually the highest innings by a captain in Pakistan when Mercury's in retrograde. Yeah. So that's one for the hard drives.
He has more of a soft drive, I think, BABAR. Now, mate, look, great cricket stuff. Not even my favourite Pakistan fourth innings chase against Australia in the last 10 years. I want to go back to the Gabba, Shafiq. Australia, Pakistan made 480. Anyway, no, they batted well.
They did bat well.
They batted well. It's good
on a
stuff.
fucking flatty.
You know when you like watch football and
This will be good.
I don't know if you do this, but like I start kind of forward anticipating, or I could just say anticipating, like what the score may be if the opposition scores or if we score or something like that, and how I'm going to feel. Like you at 0-0 or 1-1, you're dissatisfied with the. Increasingly sort of taking that as a United fan at the moment, but like back in the past, you're dissatisfied that honours are even, and then when the opposition scores, if only you could go back in time to the to the safety and comfort and possibilities of being evenly matched.
Yeah. I was happy back then.
I was happy. I should have been
in the 37th minute.
I should have been more grateful for 0-0. It was pregnant with possibility, and now I've got to save the day mentally. I'm sitting here in my underpants, drinking a cup of tea because it's normally at 4:30 in the morning, and it's why am I in my undies? I live in Melbourne. It's winter. You got the heat on, do you? Anyway. Do you turn it off, please?
By the way,
the bill is absolutely astronomical. Go back to bed. You've been working all night. Don't speak to
What's
me
that
like
on your screen? Bubba AZAM cover drives 2017.
Cool. Is that an owl in the house? Anyway, I felt like that a few times with this game as well. After I did awake at 5 a.m. realizing my brain malfunctioned last night. Bad brain stuff. Hey, that's just as part of me. I was like, a few times I was like, once Pakistan actually pull it back a bit and they weren't going to win or go for it, I started to feel relieved. And then when Lyon took a couple of wickets there and he was on a hat trick, all of a sudden I'm throwing things across the house when Khawaja drops a catch with a couple overs to go. Yeah. I wasn't really throwing things. I've managed that anger from a while ago. But it's just funny how you can become really I guess what's the word? Like spoilt, really, with your scenario. You're like, as soon as we're in this situation, we should become better. Anyway, ends up a draw, and I think the aberration is that Pakistan got bowled out for like 140, strangely. Don't know what the fuck happened there.
Yep, exactly right.
All right, here goes number 3. Were we good? Was Australia good? There's going to be, recriminations and some dumb opinions, tactics and stuff. I mean, were they good value? I thought they were pretty good value.
Oh man, I thought Australia played well. I mean, the only part of the game that they've let themselves down in is the fielding. And I've actually thought of this new little phrase going around. It's catches fucking suck my dick. Something for the kids out there. Oh, hang on, no, rephrase that. That's why I can't coach down the 10s anymore.
I've thought of this new phrase. I just wanted to debut it here.
Let me know what you think. Fucking! Can you tell we've been watching this shit for 10 days in a row? I thought Australia played well. They dropped some catches. Mate. The follow-on thing, I thought. Again, the whole game is shaped by Pakistan being rolled in 53 overs. Otherwise, this would be as dull a draw as the first Test match was. It becomes a little bit exciting. They've created 13, 14 chances. Most of those are half chances. Some of them just pure chances that should have been taken. Highlight of the match for me, Pez, we were WhatsApping at the time. Khawaja drops the catch, and what does the crowd do?
They start chanting his name, And I really, really like that from Karachi because
I rate it.
He's done so well, and the story of him returning to his homeland, particularly because we haven't played there for a long time, is truly heartwarming. It warms the cockles. Everybody wins. All good. Cockles of the heart, not my cock. And in case you're confused,
it's more heating stuff.
Yeah, that's right. But there's this thing in Australia as well. It's just a little bit like, oh, didn't the Pakistanis love it when Khawaja hit his 100? And they were so disappointed he didn't hit 97. And when he got his 100, they was chanting Khawaja, Khawaja. Or when he fucking shelled that big one with 2 overs to go,
threw it on the ground.
It was the same when he threw it on the ground. The crowd started also chanting Khawaja, Khawaja, and I fucking liked that.
Uzi must have been close to taking off his lid and saluting the crowd. He didn't know if it was 100 for the drop catch. He didn't know.
Maybe it was his family. They're from Karachi, he says. They were probably there just fucking going, you beauty. He's one of us. Hey,
he's one of our own. Yeah.
Just quickly, Darren Murphy tweeted in as well. Here goes. He just said thoughts on the cross to the Australian support staff doing chest and pipes on the sidelines while Pakistan bravely hold on for dear life. Did you catch that? It's not even the official ASKTGC.
I didn't see that, but I'm into it. I'm into any sort of intimidation gear that we can get.
I think it was a play, couldn't see, but yeah, one of the support staff just straight up barbell, bicep curl, and with the barbell, and had the garment on, just obviously observing the rest period, and like he was right,
sure.
His crotch was right where the head of the guy doing the bench was. It was either bench or just a dumbbell press. Either way, and they're obviously doing sort of high rep stuff. Anyway, it was just a funny cross that they had, like with the game on a knife's edge. All right,
hell yeah, hypertrophy.
Hey, it was a bit of hype, but we all kind of cope with stress in our own ways, and that's a good way. Hey, AskTGC, thanks to Acco. This is from Palash Mishra. Boys, if Pakistan manages to even draw this game, or so they did, then what should be an ideal scenario going forward for the Aussies, given that they lost after giving the follow-on in Kolkata, and lost or couldn't win after not giving the follow-on in Karachi? I mean, I guess the point is, like, you know, are we just bottle merchants for a fourth innings, generally speaking?
Yeah, mate, it's actually interesting. I looked this stat up just today before coming on, and did you know that there's actually not a single player in the starting 11 played this test that played in the 2001 game? It's unbelievable. I didn't realise that. It's almost like it's a completely different team, different circumstance, and hey, looking forward to getting some Gabba chat for the next 30 years. Hey, remember in yeah, man, it's just the same team plays every game forever. So
that's what we want, right?
Well, you know what? I would have taken that team.
just finally as well, did like Pakistan, was it? I mean, they were just edge lording us all day, weren't they? It was just fucking edge.
Deluxe.
Today was edge. It was edgy.
Deluxe.
And it was a ruined orgasm.
Look, mate, my balls absolutely blew. Absolutely blew.
I saw, you know, and they Khawaja robbed Mitch Swepson of finishing with 1 for 150 like the late Shane Warne did in his first test, which would have allowed a lot of Rubik's Cubes to complete themselves finally. God, let's get out of here, man.
Oh, what a fucking show. Thank you very much to Acco. Thank you to you guys out there for supporting TGC. The third test match starts tonight, I think. I'm not really sure. Hey, we've got the main podcast coming out here on Spotify and iTunes and YouTube, of course, tomorrow. Very lucky to have Aaron Finch on the show. Tom Decent will be joining us from Pakistan. Beth Mooney, Australia's finest over in the Women's World Cup. Plenty to talk about. India, Sri Lanka, England, West Indies. Carlos Braithwaite's comments about, you know, when to finish a game. All of that kind of stuff. #AskTGC. It's a huge show. Back here tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Cheers.